a change bringer. Yes, you are a change bringer. Did you know if you change something inside of you, something will change in your world, in the world, and in the universe? That's how powerful you are. So the topic of the day is about how to start your spiritual path. Or maybe you already started your spiritual path and you're stuck. All right. It happened to me. It happened to many, many people. So what's the first thing? The first thing when you're awake, when you're coming out of 3D, 3D is just go, 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 function, 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 don't think, just go, don't use your brain, just follow the rules, follow. And then you wake up by asking you a lot of questions. Is this life? Is this life? It's all about you work, you come home, you sit in front of the telly. In the weekends, you go out, drink too much alcohol, and then you start all over again until you get you get your pension, and then your body's all destroyed. And then, if you're lucky, you have 20 years with a dysfunctional body. That is not a spiritual path. So what is spiritual path? First of all, you wake up. You don't like your life anymore. You have a lot of questions. And then you look for the answers. And I see a lot of people do a lot of workshops, a lot of reading, a lot of whatever. And I did it myself. Absolutely. You're looking for your on a quest. Yeah, you're looking for answers. And then you end up in 4D. And 4D is the dimension that you find out that there's much more than you as the body. Well, you're not the body, that it's a vehicle, and that you are the soul, and that you're a divine spark, and you're consist out of, no, sorry, you exist out of love, light, warmth, wisdom, and power. And this divine spark should reflect through your body into the physical world. But how to do that? So there's very, very many variations, methods. And I found out that those are the difficult ones. So after 37 years, when I was 37, I was stuck. Yeah, I did a lot of workshop. I knew it all. Mentally, I knew it all. Emotionally, I was aware, but I felt there was something missing. So what was missing? What was this missing link? I found it. The missing link is that you need to learn to steer your body in an optimal way. If you don't know how to steer your body in an optimal way, it is never possible to put that divine spark that you are into the body and then manifest it. Because you will always be like steering it from far away. You will never get into the vehicle. And I noticed when I did some things that I was very good at, I was in another state than during the day. And I start looking, how do I do this? How do I, what's the difference? And of course, I got a lot of help and information from other realms. They teached me. And they told me, Kaat, you try to cook with your mowing machine. And I was very confused. I was like, cooking with your mowing machine? What do you mean? So what happened is that my brain told me a lot of things that it could do and it could not do. For example, your brain can't feel. Your brain has no connection with the senses. That's the feeling. But the feeling is not located in the brain. The feeling is located in your tummy. So then I discovered I have two steering systems, the brain and the feeling, the feeling center. And the feeling center has connection to the emotions, to the senses, but also to interdimensional. And the brain only has access to what it absorbs in your life, and then can reason about it and make connections and analytics and so on and so on. So I call the brain is like a bookcase. It's full of videos and books, information that you read and saw. But the feeling has access to the universe, the library of the universe. So then I trained myself to learn to feel and think at the same time and use the brain in an optimal way. And I teach this many years to many thousands and thousands of people how to do that. And then suddenly, when you can do this, you feel and you become aware that that is the missing link. Whatever you do, whatever other courses, knowledge you gather, you cannot practice it optimal if you're not using your body in an optimal way. So your vehicle, you need to be behind the steering wheel. And when you're not behind the steering wheel, it doesn't matter what you know. It doesn't matter what you learn. You will never be the master that you are. So that is what I can share with you. So you need to learn to feel and think at the same time and use the brain in an optimum way. That means the whole brain in one part and also the feeling at the same time, because the brain has abilities and the feeling has abilities, and one cannot replace the other, even if the brain tells you that it can. And it's not. The brain cannot feel. It can go there and check it and then analyze it and reason about it and whatever, fantasize about it, make pictures of it, visualize it. But feeling, for example, if I ask people an emotion, for example, rejection, how does rejection feel? Then people go and compare it. It's like blah, 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 or they judge it. But that is not feeling. That's still mental. It's still on the mental level. But feeling the energy field of the emotion, and emotion is an energy field. And feeling that field throughout your body, in and out, because emotions don't stay in the body only. It's also in your energy field and they expand. It depends how much you feed it. So what happens is then you can feel the movement. You can feel where this exact emotion is located in your body. And then you can feel it. And when you feel through it, you mix your love, light, warmth, wisdom, and power with this field, and it starts dissolving. And there's more place for you to enter the body, because in the beginning, when you enter your body consciously, then you feel what the body carries around all day. It's immense how strong this body is and what it can carry around with it. It's so loaded and you don't have a lot of space to be in there because it's full of emotions and it's full of convictions and it's full of a lot of things that it's no use to have with you. And it makes life miserable and hard. and it's not necessary. So whatever you do, if you start yoga, tai chi, breathing exercise, whatever you do, if you're not able to use this body in an optimal way, you cannot manifest your divine in the reality in 4D and then evolve to 5D. You will always have preference and you will always judge. Why? Because when you use your brain separately from the feeling, we call it the destructive ego. And the destructive ego will always judge. And the destructive ego will always have a preference, good and bad. And then you stay in the duality. And you stay and fight. And who will lose? The body will lose. And you will lose the body. Do you understand what a game this is? So to evolve to 5D, no judge, unconditional, no judgment and no preference. And the only one who's able to do that is you as a soul. And for you as a soul to enter the body completely and take over the steering system consciously, you need to learn to steer this system. You need to learn to steer this body in an optimal way. And the rest is information. Interesting. It's all very interesting. I learned a lot of interesting things, but it didn't bring me this fulfillment. It didn't bring me that what I needed. I always was still looking like, what do I do wrong? What is missing in my life? What am I missing? What, whatever. There was still the darkness that could enter and judge and be impatient and have preferences and reject and all these unpleasant emotions, feel unsafe, feel worthless, didn't trust, disbelieve, disconnect, and so on and so on. That's not me. I am the divine spark. I'm love, light, warmth, wisdom, and power, and you are too. And the only way that you are looking for a solution is to get into the body and feel that love, light, warmth, wisdom, and power that you are in the physical plane. And that is what we call self-love. So self-love doesn't mean that you have, take time for yourself and blah, 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 do, go to the spa and that's relaxation for the body, but it's not self-love. Self-love, you can't love yourself. You are love. You are love. And nobody can replace that. Self-love is unique. You are unique as a soul, and the body is craving for that self-love, to have it inside. And then once it's inside and it fills up, then you can share your self-love, and then you can share your love with the outside world and your creativity and your divine, whatever you are. Yes. So that's what I found out when I was 37 years old. And it shifted my world completely. It shifted how I was standing in the world, how was I standing towards life, towards the material world. I mean, it completely shifted my life. And there was so much tolerance, so much more connection, self-love, my body healed. It was a complete shift. So if you're looking to wake up, yes, read, yes, go to workshops, yes, learn a lot of things. There's so much to do in the world, but make sure you learn how to feel and think at the same time and how to use the brain in an optimal way. You don't have to learn how to feel or to use the feeling in an optimal way. That happens automatically. But the brain, we were in school conditioned to use a lot of the left part of the brain and not a lot of the right part of the brain. And not a lot of people can use them together. So you need to go in that also. You need to find out how to do that. And I have a very easy, practical way to teach people. And then, yes, it's fulfilling. So if you're interested, you can always contact me. And if you first want to wander around and see what the worlds offer you, please do, please do. It's all interesting. Sound healing, aura healing, all these healing techniques, all these conscious awareness techniques, all fine. But as long as you can't use the body in an optimal way, you're outside your vehicle, and you as a soul, your light, your love, your wisdom and power just drips into your body with small portions. And then you still will look for fulfillment in the outside world. And it's not there. Self-love you can't find in the outside world. It is not possible. It's not there. It's you as a soul, you have it. And you're looking for to share it with the body. You have to get into it consciously. So yeah, that's how we start. And if I would have started like that, I would have had a much easier way to wake up and a much easier life, of course, and much more fulfillment and love and happiness. Because you as a soul, you are happy. That's what you are. You are happy. And the brain can't make you happy. So yeah, that's what I like to share with you today. So try to feel also while you're thinking. It's a challenge, but I did it and everybody can do it. Okay, see you next video. Bye-bye for now and have fun.